So I'm just going to start here with the Pico code. This is mostly the same as before. I've just added in the start game characteristic so that we can go from the MQTT server to the Bluetooth device and then broadcast to the Pico to start the game. So we have an event here which looks to see if the value of the start game attribute has changed. So when we get an on request to start the game, we're going to have a value of 1, and when we get an off game, we're going to have a value of 0. And in the main loop of the code here, we are just checking to see if the connection status has changed. This is something that I added in as well. We're just going to have a little notification to the user with 3 green LEDs. And then we're going to have the start game changed here to actually start the game. So if we start the code here and start running the game won't start until it gets a start game request. So here on Genie we have our JavaScript file here, which is going to be connecting to the MQTT server. I just have a test username and test password and my own server running. So there's 2 topics that we're using. The topic to publish to, which is a high score topic. This is used to publish the high score from the flash chip to the MQTT server so that that can be viewed. And we also have a game control topic which we subscribe to. That's going from the server backwards. So when the client on the server gives a start game request, we're going to then tell the Pico W to start the game. Here we're just connecting to the MQTT broker. We're going to be subscribing to the game control topic here. So then we're just waiting until we have connected to the Bluetooth device. Once we've connected to the MQTT server, we are looking for the message from the server to say that the game is to be started. So we're just reading in it's going to be a message just saying on from the user. It's looking for that message. It's going to convert it to a string. And then once we have the on message, we're writing 1 to the characteristic in the Pico W, which will start our game. We also write 0 if we get an off message. So here is just some code for when we are connecting to the MQTT broker. So we're going to publish a message just to let the user know that we have successfully connected. We have another function here then. So if there is an error with publishing the data, we will let the user know. And if there is no error, if everything goes correct, the user will also get a message to say that the correct information has been published to the topic. So here we're just stating that the device of interest is the Pico. This is the Pico's MAC address, and we have 3 constants here, which are the UUIDs that we're going to be using. So we have a Bluetooth service UUID, the UUID for the read characteristic for the high score, and then the UUID of the start game characteristic as well. Here we have the main function that's going to start connecting to the Bluetooth low energy service. It's going to read the high score and it's going to publish the high score to the MQTT server as well. So here we're just starting our device discovery session. We're going to look for that Pico with that specified MAC address. That can be changed, but we're looking for this Pico. I'm going to log the Pico's name, and we're just going to let the user know that as well. Once we've found the Pico, we're going to stop looking for it, and we're going to connect to the one that we have found. So the user will get a little message to let them know that that's happened as well. We're going to get the available list of UUID services from the device and then just check to make sure that they're the ones that we're looking for. So we're just checking to make sure that the UUIDs we had above are present on the Pico. We also are going to list the services characteristics. To get the high score characteristic, we are just looking for it here, and we're going to log the characteristics flags as well and display them to the user, and we're going to read the value from the characteristic. Once we have the high score value from the Pico, we're just converting it to an integer, so then we can publish it to the MQTT high score topic. We also have a little case here. If it can't publish, we're going to get an error message for the user, and if it can publish, it's going to let them know that as well. Then we get a message to the user to say that the Bluetooth device is ready, and we're waiting for the MQTT server's on or off message, and then we disconnect from the Bluetooth device, just because there could be a bit of time here between getting the on-off message and we're just disconnecting to save. If this was a battery device, you'd want to disconnect to save battery. Once the user has given us an on or off message, we're running this function here, which will write to the Pico start game characteristic. So we reconnect to the Pico, we have our two services of interest here, which are the start game and the Bluetooth UUIDs, and then we're going to start scanning for the device, wait until it's found, and stop searching once it's found. Connect to the device, get the start game service and get the start game characteristic, and then we simply just write 1 or 0 to start or stop the game. So the Pico is looking for the values of 1 to start the game or 0 to stop the game, and then we disconnect after writing to the Pico. So I have the Pico already running, Simon Game Cloud, which is this code here, and once it's running we can go to our terminal here, we can run our JavaScript file. It's going to connect to the MQTT broker. We got 3 green flashes there on the Pico, which means it's connected to that as well. It's all going a bit fast, so I'm just going to talk through some of this here. We just managed to subscribe to the topic, and then here is where the Pico W is being connected to. We get the name, and we get the messages to say that we found the characteristics and the UUID of characteristics, and we get the message to say that we've found the characteristics of interest. We also get the high score value here, which is the high score value currently on the flash memory of the Pico W, and then we just disconnect, so because we're waiting for the MQTT server message. So here on the MQTT server, we can also see that this has been published to. The high score topic has been published to, so we can see there that the high score is 6. So that's reading from the Pico and then being published up to the server. So I just wanted to demonstrate the game control working. So if I publish the message on, then we get 3 green flashes from the LEDs, and the game has started. Yeah, so the game is over. I just wanted to show if I run on again so that the game starts. I just want to show the game is running now, and I can also stop the game with the message off. And in the terminal we can see wrote value 0 to the start game characteristic. Quickly run through the equipment that we've used because I'm running out of time here. So we've got the Pi Pico W, which is the main processor, the microcontroller on the board. We have the flash memory chip here, and the LED array, and the 3 push buttons here.